Yeah, these things are like super fast. Holy cow. Nice. And I love that it plays like the old school music. It's a critter. Both of these are critters. Yeah. Oh, no. Oh. Alright, so he's gonna be able to finish this guy off really fast, so we'll switch these guys out. Holy cow. So that one took damage, so it's gonna get hit, and that one took damage. So now we're gonna switch Grunty back in and tear this guy apart. Maybe. Holy cow. There we go. Yeah. Oh, they didn't level up, but yeah, they're getting there, slow and steady.
Have you any news? Melanora Aka.
Oh wait, there's one. Yeah, I would like to figure out. So I guess I could just like turn that off, or drag it like completely off screen. But I really hate to do that, or figure out some way to make an overlay so that like I can see it, but it's not recorded. I don't know.
What are we without the
Perhaps my
sky?
rituals will be undisturbed for a few nights at least. Your offer is intriguing, and I think we can come to an arrangement. I will travel to your people to make arrangements soon. For now, be gone. Leave me in peace.
The Talon King will guide us.
Alrighty, so we'll go up here to Vel Turok again and see what they've got in store for us. Ooh. They're just regular trees. Ooh, what's that? The gods of Iraq. The ancient gods of Iraq were once shared by three gods. Rukmar was strong, youthful, and ambitious. She flew higher, ever higher, for she loved to feel the sun's warmth upon her feathers. She would climb until she caught fire, but she did not burn. The flames cascaded off of her in long strokes of brilliant red and gold. The sky was her canvas, and her children were the Kalari. Anzu was physically meager, but possessed a great intellect. He preferred the cool of the shade and the peace of the twilight hours, where he could be alone in quiet contemplation. He would converse with the gods of the abyss, and he would find them dull, witless creatures. His down was an inky midnight, and his children were the dread ravens. Seth was cold-blooded and scornful. When he flew, the wind bit his flesh. He would sun himself on the mountainsides, but he could never taste warmth. His scales were frosted glass, and his children were the wind serpents. Seth coveted the favor of the winds and the warmth of the sun. He persuaded Anzu to help him slay Rukmar and take the sky for themselves. But Anzu was cunning. and cared little for the wind serpents. In the dark of night, he sent a raven to warn Rokmar of Seth's intentions. Anzu watched from the top of a mountain spire as Rokmar and Seth clashed. Seth struck exactly as Anzu had warned, and Rokmar avoided him with ease. She flew high and put the sun at her back and dove at Seth. Rokmar's talons found Seth's head with ease. With a great flap of her wings, she split the very sky upon him like the crack of a whip. Seth crashed into a spire with such force that it crumbled and fell around him. In a flash, Anzu fell upon Seth, pinning him underfoot. Looking up at the raven god, Seth uttered a dying curse. My blood shall blacken the sea until it runs thick as tar. My flesh shall fester and spoil until the very sky rots with it. Anzu replied, Then we shall leave no blood nor flesh. He feasted upon the writhing wind serpent and picked the bones clean. Only a small trickle of blood managed to escape the broken spire and blight the valley below. Soon Anzu felt Seth's hatred coursing through him. His back twisted, his wings became weak, his mind was racked with painful visions. The raven god had contained Seth's curse by taking it upon himself. Anzu would grapple with the curse for some time before retreating to the shadows. Rokmar, terrified of the curse, would never land on a rock again. She would fly far away to new lands and create a new race of people to command the skies. A people who would combine her power and grace with the guile and thirst for knowledge of Anzu. She called them arakoa, in hopes that one day they would return to Iraq to bask in the wind and sun as she once had. Oh, well, that's kind of cool. I like little stuff like that.
It's about time.
If we are to move forward, we must understand what we left behind. Thank you for returning to us, Goblin. I must admit, we are sorely in need of your help. But now you must be wondering what all of this curse business. Wondering about all of this curse business. Why could distort a majestic arakoa into this? Reshad drags a crooked hand through the mottled feathers about his face. A raven is prepped and waiting to fly you to Talonwatch. There shall your eyes be open to the origin of this curse. Present the Eye of Anzu to Talonguard Kurek. He will guide you from there. Okay.
Oh, well.
An important contact lives in the nearby Shadowglade. He is meek, but trains Kalari of monstrous size which are quite dangerous. He once claimed they could knock a Rylak out of the sky, but I'll believe that when I see it. Shazik is holding a valuable treasure for me. Seek him out and get him back to Vale Tarok if you can. At the very least, recover the gavel I entrusted to him.
Farewell for now. Back the veil.
Talon priests live among us in secret, guarding the rights of the Talon King's return. The adherent proclamation you acquired in Skedis revealed 2 of them living in the Shadowglade to the north. Orcs have moved into the region, and the adherent's beam weapon left Vel Akraz a smoking crater. As you can see, my people are beset by enemies on all sides. Talon priest Ishal survived and is hiding. Drink this elixir near his hut to peer into the shadows and make contact with him.
We hide no longer.
Interesting. Oh, wow. Let's see. Let's go up this way and see if we can... Kalari eggs. Hooks have been run through his limbs and a shattered hand insignia carved into his beak. Uh-oh. Mother of Thorns. Beneath Shazik's outstretched hands, letters are scrawled into dirt. Thorn Mother. Ravagers brought in by the shattered hand have taken over the aviary and are breeding fast. If left alone, they could be swarming the entire area, including Beltarok, in a matter of days. Okay. I can do that. Iki's egg. Miraculously, the single egg has eluded the Ravagers. A small tag has been levelly tied around the base of the egg. It reads Iki. Help Iki hatch from the Kalari egg in Shadowglade. Oh no. Holy cow, what am I gonna get rid of? I can get rid of that one. It's just a daily. Aw. The hatchling springs immediately to flight and looks at you expectantly and cheeps. Iki cheeps again, then begins gnawing on his foot. Looking out across the nearby hillside, you spy tiny Ravager grubs inching along the grass. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna kill a bunch of these Ravagers and grab some of these grubs. So I'm gonna pause the video and take care of that, and we'll be right back. Alrighty, so we've got the grubs and we've killed some raptors, or Ravagers I should say. Iki looks up to you, foot clamped in his beak, and lets out a muffled cheep. You hold the handful of grubs out, still yourself, and prepare to chew them up as a mama bird would. Thankfully, Iki snatches them from your hand before you can proceed. Apparently our Kalari don't do that. So if I'm thinking he will show up in my garrison, so yay. Elixir of Shadows. Yeah, if we've got Orcs of the Shattered Hand down here, that's not good. Ishal's hut. Aha, there you are. Sneaky. Not what I was expecting when I heard that Iskar was sending help. No matter, you'll have to do. The adherents came for me, but I was already hiding. I watched from the shadows as they ransacked my hut. Then I watched the Shattered Hand Orcs arrive and butcher them like dinner fowl. Seems everyone is after us these days. One of those orc thugs made off with my scrying orb. I will be needing it back if I am to be any of use to Iskar.
Tread carefully.
The Shattered Hand clan is made up of orcs who can call no other clan home. They are sadistic warriors who maim their bodies, perhaps in a show of solidarity, or perhaps because they simply enjoy the pain. It does not matter. What matters is that they are expanding their territory, butchering anyone in their path.
Beware the burning sky.
Alright. Yeah, the Shattered Hand. Shattered Hand Orcs and Ishal's Orb. Alright. Oh wow, they're riding Ravagers? Seriously? Wow, that's cool. Yeah, I've still got plenty of space left. Camp Thornscar. Oh wow, I've got to get rid of another one. Yeah, we'll abandon that one too. The dailies that you get from the inn, they rotate pretty quickly. I think there's about 20 of them. And you get the level 3 inn when you do 10. So, Ravager Egg. Is this another possible pet? Egg punt. A sweaty, pulsing egg, no doubt flushed with Ravager larvae. A swift kick should take care of these. Okay. That's kind of, you know, I mean, I had a Ravager at one time. I mean, they're not all bad. Yeah, wow, these guys are dropping like quite a bit of cash too. Oh, and speaking of cash, get an auctionator, either auctionator or auctioneer or some other like scannable auction mod, and keep throwing stuff into it. I mean, it's definitely worth it. Because I had a bunch of stuff from like old world crafting items and oh gosh, you know, like crafting reagents and stuff that I had no idea what to do with, and I scanned my auction, the auction house, and it's like, oh gosh, this is worth a gold, and I've got a stack of, you know, 30 of them, and so it's definitely worth playing the auction house. If you're having trouble making money, even at low levels, it's really easy to make money if you kind of know how to do it. Kind of knowing like what the going rate on your server is of various items. So. Yeah, I was gonna say there's an elite over here. Darkath Steel Maw. Ooh, neat. Alright, Steel Maul Stompers, 586 boots. Alright, strangely satisfying. Actually, no, it kinda made me a little sad. Oh well. Alright, now where to? Ishal's Orb. Should be right up here. Possibly. Yep, there it is. Yay. Power unearthed. Let's go down here and turn some of these in, and then I'll come back up and get that. So. Oh, no, stuck on a limb.